Game number 3. This is a big game number 3 because if Backed wins, he goes to 3rd place in the group. If he loses, he is in 4th place in the group. It is all in his hands. Capotch is probably watching this and rooting for Song Song like a madman right now. You've got Backed, who's gone for the Mongols. And then we have Song Song, who's gone for the Huns. And yeah, unfortunately for Song Song, he is already relegated. And that would be the same for Slam. So Slam and Song Song, the 2 relegated out of this group. But, you know, Huns, actually, Hun Mongols is an amazing matchup. I think this is a matchup we need to see more of in competitive AoE too. The Huns, they might not really pop out to people as much these days because they don't have all the crazy power spikes that other civs have. Lithuanians, boom, 150 food at the start. Magyars, cheaper scouts, extra attack. You know, there's nothing that really shouts at you when you see, oh, no houses. Wow, your stable produces a little bit faster. But Huns are honestly very good in all-in scout scenarios and in open map scenarios. And we saw a lot of players utilize Huns recently. Like this week, we saw Huns, I think, go like 3-0 in the final week. So I like Huns here. And I think Huns versus Mongols, once the hunt bonus is gone for the Mongols, Huns are actually the better civilization, at least in Castle Age. The problem will be, of course, that Mongols are hunting 40% faster than you, and that someone in Backed is going to get a fast start against you on a very open map. It should be easier for the Mongols to play defensive in the mid-game because they can make houses. That is an area where not having houses can kind of hurt the Huns. So Song Song needs to be up fast enough to prevent any wall-offs from Backed. We'll see what happens here. What happens if the winner of TTL is already qualified for Red Bull? Does it pass down to second and so on? Yeah, it's I say the best performing player because there might be a case where someone already has an invite and then it's the next player after that. And then in a rare situation where, there he brings in his board, well done. In a rare situation where we have, let's say, like first and second place already are going to be in Red Bull Wololo, and then there was like 2 players from semifinals who lost, we would have an extra like best of 5 or whatever, best of 7 to determine that. I'm personally hoping that isn't needed because that would be extra, you know, I mean, it's extra content, which I guess might be good for you guys. But for me, I would like to see it all play out throughout the actual event instead of having to have an additional best of, but we would do it if we had to. Mitchell, I think the reason you don't see Mongols go for Cav Archers more frequently is because of how Mongols tend to operate throughout a game. The Mongols, they're all about the fast feudal. And if they don't do damage in the fast feudal, the good news for them is because of all the food they brought in so early and they're then able to invest into the farms a bit faster and everything else, that leads to them being in Castle Age faster. And so if you think of Cav Archers, and we do see Cav Archers from time to time with Mongols, but Cav Archers take a lot of time to build up and it's more of a mid-game thing. And so players are playing towards power spikes all the time. And so for that reason, as we're going to see a 17 pop no loom Fuedal Age for Backed, I think we're not seeing Cav Archers because people are trying to kill with crossbow, for example, or they're trying to kill with like the first 4 knights. It's just how the players tend to play. I think we could definitely see Hun Cav Archers though. The other thing is, even though the Cav Archers fire faster, Cav Archers are still really expensive for Mongols. Huns, they have the discount, and they also aren't spending the wood on houses, so I think for Huns, it's probably more realistic. With all the deer and being able to push them, I think Mongols should get a big leg up in the early game. No, I agree with you. No, I agree, and I think where it gets tricky now if you're Backed is, do you want to place mills on the deer that are far away? Because if your opponent is also going for scouts, that's a risk. And the importance will come down to where this will be huge is, as Backed tries to quick wall to kill that scout with the TC, is Backed needs to maintain control. So if there's a point in time where Backed loses a couple scouts, or he's not tracking what Song Song's up to, or he's not forcing reactions from Song Song, then those villagers are going to be more exposed. But if he has the control, and he might have the control because he's so fast here, then it will be a different scenario. Yeah, this is a really fast uptime. On Arabia, you might see like 18 pop, maybe 19 pop if they wanted to be lazy. But this uptime is something else here from Backed. I like it. Is this the same Carol that keeps showing up every day, mods? Carol is apparently a very religious viewer. I'm going to assume, Carol, that you do not come here for Age of Empires and you instead come here to preach the word of God to us. But I will restate what I said a couple weeks back. I love the bots here. Like, I don't think she's a bot. I don't know. She's never responded to me. I hope you're having a nice day, Carol. But, like, the bots are so funny. And in this case, it might not be a bot. But thanks for showing up, I guess. Carol's the new Lorena. No, she's not the new Lorena. Lorena would not appreciate you saying that. Wow, there's a lot of scouts here. I like how Song Song is walled up, though. He's also made some spearmen. He's made it really awkward for Bact to find villager kills. But Bact is able to take the hunt. And Bact has quite a few scouts. At this point, he's got 5. Also, with the fast blacksmith, that tells me we might see early upgrades. And also another mill on deer right now for Bact. Song Song 22 villagers. Bact 22 villagers. Anyways, we can ban that account. As funny as it is, I don't want to absolutely encourage it. Bact, you can tell he's trying to do an awful lot. Still streaming the scouts forward, looking around. Song Song walling up. I remember Song Song won against Capwatch when he played Byzantines on this map and he full walled it. So no stranger to playing defensive on an open map. Bact has 8 scouts, though. He will see the scouts from Song Song, which is so important here. That way he can continue to take his hunt. Oh, thanks, Fun Sponge. T90, what if it's your mom or your grandma trying to get you to go to Bible study like a good boy? Well, it's not. It's not. I know my mom and grandma's name. They would call me. They wouldn't show up to my stream. Oh, geez. Okay, this is good for Song Song. Getting some kills there. That's our first kill of the game. But he also got some decent hits there with the spearman. Make it the second kill of the game as Song Song's going to switch into archers behind this. Very heavy on gold. Obviously has his wood income. Has to be careful not to overchop these trees. Meanwhile, behind this, Bact is getting armor. Bact is still making more scouts. So it's scout, 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 scout for Bact. But yeah, like on Twitch, the bots were always like, click sexy girl, ooh wow. Or is like that's like the classic bot. Or want to become famous and buy followers or buy subscribers here. And then, you know, like people who are like, oh, I do want to become famous. I do want to stream. They click that stuff. But, you know, I just got kind of tired of that. It got boring. It wasn't creative. And we've got so many funny things here. It cracks me up. Even after 9 months, I kind of look forward to a good old bot every now and then. Backed with a nice kill there. Kills a villager. Yeah, the worst bots in terms of the maliciousness and the sneakiness right now, though, are on YouTube. The ones who... There's bots that'll have a full-on conversation with each other about finances, and they talk about the person they use, and it looks legitimate. It's all YouTube accounts, and then they somehow get, like, tons of upvotes. Like, I'm deleting them from my channel constantly. And so then some poor sap might see it and be like, oh, I need financial advice. And there's like 20 people recommending this guy with tons of upvotes. Maybe I should try it. Those are the worst ones. Backed. Had so many scouts. Honestly, I don't think Song Song moving out was really a bad play here. But he didn't expect full armor, full attack, and now Bloodlines. He just saw 5 scouts and felt, I can deal with that with 2 spearmen and a couple archers. Crazy clear up there from Backed. Now the question is he going to stop? Is he going to stop making scouts or will he continue to do this? He's looking for more hunt on both sides. Song Song walling up, making sure he hasn't overchopped any of these wood lines. It's got to be close there. Yeah, that archer switch, it was good. I felt like the timing was there, but he wasn't expecting the scouts to swoop in. And when you can chew up one wave of archers, normally it's going to make it a lot easier to chew up the next wave. Archers are all about that mass. Not necessarily the mobility, but there goes Song Song. Okay, so I wonder if Song Song is going to send this army towards the southern corner. Because he saw this mill, and he saw this mill. Will he know that Bact is, as Bact just snipes the villager there. Wow, very well played. Will he know that Bact is going to continue to expand for the hunt down here? Also, moving out with archers without fletching is really bad. He has the blacksmith. I assume he's just forgotten it. Bact is going to take the fight. Sees no fletching. Sees very little army. Takes the fight. Either way here, Bact is going to wreck villagers and army. And he wants to send himself into the third place position. He will potentially lose villagers here. It'll take a while because of no fletching. But I don't think he's going to be too upset about this. Wrecking the economy of Song Song. He's killed 7 now. And he's actually able to get away. I'm going to assume that Song Song clicked fletching, but he didn't have the resources when he clicked it, so he thinks he has it. Yeah, he's under a lot of pressure now. We'll see a tower there for Bact. He'll get away with 3 of the 4 villagers. That's not bad. Still has the scouts to run around at Song Song's base. Yeah, the mills were different models because of when it was scouted. But a couple great moves from Bact in this game. A little sloppy from Song Song. He is going for the right composition, though. He's got 8 spearmen now. Bact has to be careful. Bact is continuing to make scouts. Honestly, this is what I do if I'm Song Song. You ready? Send everything forward now. Yep, that's right. Everything forward right now. Because you want Bact to have to fight your whole force together. And you want that force to be so devastating that he can't show up to your base and keep running around in circles. If you wait, it's giving Bact the time to pick his spots. And Bact, he feels like he has enough scouts now to take this fight. Song Song clicks up, though. Maybe you don't move out if you just clicked up to Castle Age. Dang. But nah, this should be a clear up. And here comes this force. And this could be a clear up as well, honestly. But there are 4 spearmen there now. I don't know. 100 food, 50 gold is not that expensive for fletching. 100 food's not that expensive for armor on the spears. As I look at this, I'm just not a fan of the lack of upgrades. I feel like it would have made a big impact in some of these engagements. Especially when trying to kill those villagers. Bact is over here, by the way. He's coming back for more. Also moving all over the map for more hunts. That would be the next level idea, is if you're Huns, you have to expect that the Mongol player's in the corners and just run to all the corners with your army. He's going to the main base, but honestly, the place to go might be the corners. Oh man, he's walling up. He'll know he's exposed here. He'll lose that spearman. He's got 2 more spearmen. Still no upgrades. He's getting bloodlines. So this tells me he's going to try and cav archers. He's thinking Bact might not be paying attention here. He thought about diving in. Sometimes that will work. Bact is paying attention, though. And Bact sees his villager and goes, doink, gets another one. I like the walling from Song Song. It's concerning this wood line. 50 wood, 100 wood. Could easily overchop that without paying attention. This is not going to threaten Bact, or it shouldn't threaten Bact, but now Bact has a villager in there. Guys! They don't see him! Let's go! Okay, he goes down fighting like a champ. You know what I really want to see from Bact? And we're not going to see it? I want to see Step Lancers. He has lots of food. Also, this is kind of winnable-ish for Song Song with his army count. Let's see if Bact scouts get through. I think he's waiting for the overchop, and Song Song is going to re-wall this now. Light cav. Okay, and knights. I think if he didn't have as much gold as he has, he probably would go Step Lancers for us. But having 700 gold in the bank, it's probably better to go knights. Scouts are going to be a constant threat. It's not easy. Again, you can't make houses, so you have to go palisades, which is so much more work. And Bact is going to be running forward here. He even drops the TC over here. So he'll add more villagers with this control. And there go the cav archers for Song Song. Also a TC for Song Song. And it's not that Song Song is playing bad. It's just that he doesn't have control. But remember what we said. Mongols are always going to get the fast start. That shouldn't come as a big surprise to us here. Bact will take this fight. He should pull away the weak knight in most cases, but he doesn't do it. Maybe not paying as close attention as he would normally want to. Might actually lose 2 knights to the archers. And most players would not consider that acceptable. There you go. And here comes Song Song. If Song Song denies this TC, that would be massive. Song Song still somehow alive in this game. He kills a villager. He delays the TC. And he's on 2 already. Also, he's defending from the light cav with lots of spearmen. Song Song playing very well now. Remember, for Backed, he was relying on the hunt. Now he's got tons of expired farms. He doesn't really have the wood income to make more of them. No way, dude. Can you imagine if Song Song could deal with his, basically his master at this point? Like, Backed is the master. Song Song's the apprentice. I would say maybe ACCM is also one of the masters, but we saw low confidence plays from Song Song in game 1. I see it a lot with him when he plays against the other Vietnamese guys that are ahead of him. He plays, and it doesn't look like he ever feels like he can actually come back. Maybe it's a style thing. Maybe it's not. But I'm telling you right now, the vill count's even. That might change. Song Song with some heads-up plays here to save villagers. And he could actually win this game. Yes, he'll lose more villagers, but his Cav Archer mass is insane. Backed has to be very careful at the moment. 20 Cav Archers, 6 more in queue. No ballistics yet. We have the 3rd TC now for Backed. Backed needs to hope that he can take out small numbers of Cav Archers. I don't think he's ever going to really be in that type of situation, though. I think Song Song is going to send everything in one group. 23 Cav Archers now. Song Song has enough Cav Archers to 2-shot the Knights. He goes. He will need ballistics, though, so all of his shots hit, and he's getting it now. Yo, where's Capotch at? Where is Capotch at? No way. I thought this game was so over. With that Eco KD, something that Song Song has done such a great job at, though, is keeping these villagers walled. There's been so many times where he's over-chopped there. Wow, he's microing so well. It's the right move from Backed. I don't know about having these villagers here, by the way, but it's the right move from him to continue to use small groups to try and do damage, because in the main mass, it's going to be better for the Cav Archers. Or will it? Oh, man. Cav Archers do have to be careful with that type of a mass. Also, it's full armor, bloodlines, 1 attack upgrade. It's not like these Knights are paper. But more Cav Archers on the way. 47 villagers versus 58. Backed has the lead there. Song Song, though, still has enough Cav Archers where I can get excited for the guy. These choke points should help the Cav Archers. It's just he's not... He must be busy with other things at the moment. He's really struggling to get the micro down now. And Backed is not gonna make this any easier as well, continuing to run in with the light cav. He doesn't have the food eco for it, but Thumb Ring would be such a big help for these Cav Archers right now. And there he goes. Backed is going to build up towards a castle, guys. He's had this stone income for a while now. Also, very impressed with what he's been able to do with his eco behind all this. I can't help but feel like if Song Song would have found any of these villagers, though, that the farms would have been needed a bit earlier for Backed, and he wouldn't be able to have the position he has at the moment. Has been going Knights, has been going Camels, clearly sees that as a losing way to play in the long run, so he'll want that Mangudai switch. But look at what the Cav Archers are doing now. It's devastating! One misclick. You know what that was? He went to click a unit, and he clicked over the unit by mistake and ran into them. That's the worst way to miss micro. It's unfortunately very common for me, so I know it when I see it. Okay, good micro. 2 TCs still. Gotta love when some of the Cav Archers decide to repath and go behind the group. And now Backed sees this as an invitation to drop the castle. I don't know, though. I think this castle could be denied. I'm being told Capotch is covering this game with his friend at the moment. That's hilarious to me. It would be so big for Capotch if Song Song could deny the castle. Does he see it? Okay, Backed is just going to sacrifice the army. That castle should go up. Here we go. All right. Now, he saw the castle foundation, so he's double-checking. He will be too late here. This will go up. Song Song will take some losses. He'll attack the villagers, though. Like, he's crazy, man. He's crazy. Meanwhile, the light cav still have not gotten in, but Song Song has relocated his wood line more towards the middle. He's very exposed there. Mangadai production has begun, though, for Backed. It will need numbers. It probably needs a second castle. He needs ballistics. He needs Bodcanero. There's a lot of things he's missing out on right now. This Light Cav is able to get some damage in. It will get the kill. Well played. But we have Cav Archers over here now. We have units on the move over here. And that worker efficiency for Backed has got to be dipping. This area of his eco is so nice, though. He has everything he needs over here. Wood, gold, stone. Still has some camels. I feel like if he can get up to like 10 Mangadai combined with some of these camels, Mangadai are the superior units, so it'll start to feel a lot better for him. Doesn't have Bodkin yet. Look at the worker efficiency last minute for Backed, though. 30%. Song. He knows he's relegated. He could just have rolled over in game 2. Nope. Picked Hindustanis. Showed how beastly they are. I thought this game was over. The Eco KD was 12-2. Backed was in Castle Age faster. Backed was on TCs faster. Backed had all the things he needed. He's still taking Hunt, or was still taking Hunt until a moment ago. Song is not finished, though. Backed still has stone for more castles, though, and his TC with ballistics was able to get some snipes there. More Cav Archers coming in, though, for Song, and he could kill villagers on this gold. He also could deny this TC. Song is doing such a great job. He knows this can't be dealt with yet, and that's why he was able to switch positions. And now he's going to go over here as well. Backed is really fighting for this. It's 108 population versus 106. If you're wondering, even just based on the prize pool, what the player jump would be for Backed or Capwatch, I think it's a $250 swing minimum. So if you're in third place and you advance out of the group and then you lose every game, I still think your placement prize is $250 higher than what you would be if you're in fourth place and stay alive in the group. And that's assuming worst case scenario for you if you're in third place and you lose everything. So big deal, big jump. And this pressure continues from Song. It feels like he's in his sweet spot right now. Eco KD is now tied. And more Cav Archers continue to come forward. No way, man. No way. Oh, my God. Another TC for Song. That's TC number 4. He's producing out of all of his TCs right now. His foot is officially on the gas. He's all over Backed at the moment. Yeah, that's a ton of money in Vietnam, for sure. I mean, and in Argentina, I think. I mean, and anywhere. Like, $250 isn't bad. For one game, making the difference. Combined with, you know, the competition aspect, which is obviously very important for these two. Guys, I don't know if Mangadai are good enough to deal with these numbers. Mangadai have to run away. Backed still doesn't have castle number 2 because he placed town centers to protect his eco. The key right now for Song is all macro. If he can continue to add farms and get his farm count up, he will likely be an imp faster, and then he can push home his advantage even more. There's a world where maybe he could make switches into something like Tarkans or maybe Hussars, but you know, imp is going to be the next big talking point for him. Let's go, Song. Let's go, man. I'm pumped for this. It's 98 villagers versus 99. Backed correctly realizes, though, that he cannot be taking engagements yet. Well, apparently he doesn't. He must be distracted at the moment. He didn't garrison his TC. Now he's got his TC to help. And so, yeah, he realizes that Song can't run in much further. Spearman counterattack from Backed. The first counterattack we've seen from him in a while. I'll keep you updated on that. I know it's important. I'd love to see Backed maybe use the market here and buy that next castle, because if he can get the Mangadai numbers up, Mangadai are way stronger than the heavy Cav Archers in the long run. Also a world where maybe both players overboom due to the stress. Look at how many villagers they both have queued. And that castle foundation was placed and then deleted, so Song knows that the castle will likely go up here. He also has another group over here. He's done such a great job at that. With 112 villagers and 36 on food, I honestly feel as this would be a great time for Song to just stop producing villagers for a moment. Just settle it down. Idle the TC. He might be doing that soon because his Q isn't as high. There's a castle for him. But I think Song Song has the lead in this game. Back to a place... Well, he hasn't placed his castle yet. And Song Song just doesn't care. He's got Cav Archers to throw away. Mangadai, however, will go over here to deal with this group. This is a positive for Backed because he should be able to kill part of that army. Also, maybe a siege shot here could make a big difference. Here we go. Siege hit. Oh, it's an attack round that misses. But the Cav Archers are running into the tower fire, into the TC fire, as Song Song is microing here. And guys, Backed could complete this castle and get more stone, and Backed is going to click up to Imp. Oh my god, Song Song's losing a lot of Cav Archers. Song Song's losing a lot of Cav Archers. Suddenly his numbers are at... Oh, it's still 30, but still. And Backed knows the castle's giving him a lead here. 14 Mangadai versus 24 Cav Archers. But we're gonna see Marauders. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Now, I don't like how many Cav Archers he lost. Obviously, that hurts. But he was taking a lot of risks, so it was only a matter of time where it would catch up with him. But Marauders, you could create Tarkans from your stables. And Elite Tarkans have 8 Pierce Armor. Elite Tarkans have a window here, guys. This is a legitimate way to tech switch and kill the Mongols when Mongols are going for their favorite unit, the Mangadai. And Backed... He's put everything towards stone and everything towards Mangadai. He's got 2 castles. He's probably going to have 3. He's probably going to have 4. Now, to make things even crazier, as these villagers are just sharing gold over here, we also should mention that Backed could go for heavy camo later on if he's expecting this. But it takes a lot of upgrades and a lot of resources to get the Mangadai where they need to be. And it's so good you're normally only prioritizing that. So until he sees stables... I do not see him, and I don't think he'll ever see the stables. I just don't know if he'll know Tarkan is going to be the choice. Now, this is my official petition yet again to have the devs to add the thumping back to the Tarkans. I have brought this up many times. I have told the devs. I had never really got a response. We want the thumps. The Tarkans used to go the thump, the thump, the thump when they would attack. They're quiet now. I don't know, like, if they accidentally removed the sound file with the definitive edition... But it's been 3 years now, and I really want thumps on the Tarkans. But we'll see if that ends up being a talking point. Maybe the Tarkans won't even be used. I don't know. Maybe it's just a bait for the caster here. Castle, though, for Backed. I mean, Desperation Castle at that. He's got Eco, though. He's getting Bracer. He's getting Thumb Ring. He's getting Chemistry. That is 3 castles along the map. And he could place a 4th, and he could place a 5th as well. This hill was so crucial for him. Can Song Song finish it with just Tarkan? He's got 14 of them. Can he or can't he use this unit for the victory? It becomes tricky if you want to go for Siege, by the way, because Siege, Mangadai have a bonus against Siege. So I would say don't even go for Siege. And just go for like 50 Tarkans and just storm down the castles and raid their economy. Backed is probably so confused right now. Actually, Backed should click this Cav Archer, see that there's no Bracer, and he should know. I say should as if it's the easiest thing ever. He's clearly doing a million different things like now and still trying to control the map with castles. But seriously, you do have to think about it. There's another castle for Backed. He's got 36 Tarkans now, and here we go. So this is Backed's point of view. Tarkans have a bonus against buildings. Now, do you take out the castles or do you take out the economy? We've got Cav Archers over here. Backed will see that. I'm not sure Backed will see this. No attack upgrades yet, by the way. Look how fast. Now, listen. There's no noise. It's so quiet. They're thumping down a castle, man. Give me the thump, the thump, the thump. There's no thumps. We demand the thumps. Hashtag give us thumps. Now, no hashtags. Anyways, castle's gone just like that. The villagers inside of this TC could be gone just like that. And if this continues, Backed is not going to have half of his eco. All of his Mangadai have to come over here. Look how long it takes the Mangadai, even the elite Mangadai, to take out the Tarkan. This is so rare for high-level AoE 2. It's so awesome that we're seeing this. It's a very niche unit, but it's an epic unit. And I'm so hyped for Song Song. And then for the series, remember, if Bact loses this, Bact stays alive for the next season, but he will not move on in the 3rd position. The population for Bact is still very high. His Mangudai number is also quite high. But there's just Tarkans switching sides everywhere he looks. Another castle's going to go down. If he runs out of castles, he won't be able to make the Mangudai. And if he can't make the Mangudai, I don't know what you do as the Mongols. Now, there is a risk. If you run out of gold, that, as we're going to see this relic just head back to the base. If you run out of gold, then you can't make any more Tarkans. And so far, he's not really killing Mangudai. He's just taking out buildings. And Bact is going to wedge himself in a corner with even more castles, and he's still making more Mangudai. But the Mangudai always have to be in that one group together. The Tarkans can kind of split up in lower numbers. And Bact... I'm trying to look at gold. I mean, this seems like the only gold income he has, so he's almost out. Now Song Song runs away. So, what is it? They're doing 4 damage a hit against a unit that has 170 HP. And here we have another group of silent killers. The Tarkans. And Bact is just trying to keep the Tarkans out, man. He's done a great job at that. But, oh, he's not microing over here. He's not microing over here, and the Tarkans are doing a decent job. Dang, man. This is so sick. This is so sick. Mongols do not get Halb, and I think going Pikemen would not be good enough. Pikemen are pretty crappy still against a Tarkan that's this tanky. I think Bact is going to lose this game. I thought this game was over. I had the worst mid-game to early-game casting, honestly, because I just assumed. I should know that I shouldn't assume with these players, man. Even with Song Song with Bact, knowing so much about them and how they played against each other over the years, I shouldn't be assuming things. There should be more gold on the map for Song Song, right? I'm looking. He's still got a decent amount of gold to work with. Plus, he's also getting this relic. This is not the first time. I think people are going to love how Song Song has played this. Bact. He got his win already, which is obviously fantastic for him. But Capwatch over there in Argentina, man, is going to be hyped that Song Song is doing him a favor here. I genuinely don't think that Bact is going to have a base. He might have Mangudai, but he's not going to have a base anymore. This is sick. This is so sick. And it's kind of sad for Song Song because you're like, okay, well, you're getting relegated. So, you know, you're not going to be in this league next year. You'll be down in Gold League. But still, I mean, what a way to close it out. What a way to say goodbye to Platinum. And then everyone in Gold's going to be scared of you because you did this to Bact. Both players using the market a lot to get gold and various resources. This castle's huge for Song Song. That's the other thing, too, is that he doesn't really need his castles for production, so he can just place them safely and use the stables for production. He's got 21 more Tarkans in queue. Feels like he's just going for the safe moves now because he knows he's got Bact on the ropes right now. He does have Bact on the ropes. And also, I think he's sending the monk over here so he can take that relic right now. That's awesome. That's awesome. I think he's going to send another monk, though. There's only 5 relics on the map. He's got 4 of them. And yeah, there you go. Oh, wait. The relic wasn't in there. Oh, wow. I didn't even see. Okay, he didn't have... I'm stupid. Okay, can we get a translator here? I really need a translation. Song Song says 11 Gong Chai Chi. Which, if that means enjoy 4th place, I would lose my mind. Song Song clearly having fun. Bact has not responded at all. My God, dude. If you would have told me that Song Song was playing with the Gurjaras and the Hindustanis in this series, and the Huns, and that one of the games is going to show something that was stupid broken and stupid OP, I probably would have said like Gulams or Shravamsha riders from Gurjaras or the Hindustanis. I don't know about the Tarkans, though. If you can get it, if someone can translate that, my chat isn't on screen right now, so people are giving trolley responses. That would be amazing. Is Bact dead, I guess is the question. He tried to trap these units. Unfortunate for him that he didn't. More Tarkans going in after the castle now. This castle will go up to secure this position. We now have skirm upgrades coming in for Song Song, which does make sense if you need more help against the Mangadai. He is starting to get raided a little bit by Light Cav, but anytime the Mangadai show up in one position to save a castle, Song Song just loops back in with another one. It's like he's playing with him right now. And you could argue that even just weakening the castles is nice, because Bact will have to repair, and Bact can't mine any more stone at this stage. And I think the only way you lose this game is if you completely run out of gold if you're Song Song. So you could tech into things other than Tarkans if you really wanted to. He said, "What's wrong?" Is that what that meant? It means what's wrong. Or it means I'm sorry? Wow. Okay, well, I don't know which is truthful. I'll have to look it up. But that's still crazy to me. Song Song. No way, man. Elite Tarkan to finish off the Mongols. This is one of the beautiful moments, guys, where finally, like, what should happen on paper actually happens. Because there's lots of instances where the Huns in competitive AoE2 are up against archers, and they're not going Tarkans. And there's reasons for it. Like, okay, game flow, whatever. But finally, we get to see this unit used. We get to see its potential. And Bact isn't quitting, by the way. Again, there's hundreds of dollars on the line for him and the potential for more. If he wins this game, he moves on out of the group stage. And I've been told that Capoch is apparently streaming this in Spanish, and he's like 3 minutes behind where we are. He's apparently like really energetic right now. So I'm hoping that like when this game ends, regardless of the result, we can pull that up real quick. I understand very little Spanish, but I'm sure, again, if he's watching, he's hyped. He knows how important it is. Also, does anyone know where the 5th relic is? I actually have no clue where the 5th relic is. Maybe it didn't generate on the map. Hun skirmishers are not the best. And when up against Mongol Light Cav as well, it can be really tricky. And Song Song is now down to 0 on gold. He's just got the 4 relics. He does have 40 Tarkans in queue, though. And he does have 2 Trebs that will go in after this castle. And now, obviously, Bact is going to go over there to deal with this, and he will repair. And the Tarkans come over as a buffer for those Trebs. Light Cav raids are happening. The damage is done, but anytime you kill a villager, more Tarkans are going to arrive. And I do not see, as Bact desperately buys stone to repair this castle, I do not see him keeping it up. I like how Song Song showed up with 4 Trebs. He might lose his Trebs, but he'll take that castle out. The perfect amount. Yep. He'll get it. Bact has 42 Mangadai. That's not bad, but he does nothing to protect this area of his economy now. This will slowly be dealt with by Song Song, and Song Song just replacing all the Tarkans he loses with more Tarkans. Yeah, I would like to see, and there's the Light Cav upgrade now, I would like to see you just go for Hussar as well. Like, the risk here is that you don't have your trash units teched before you lose your Tarkans. And if you were to lose all your Tarkans, not be able to make more, and then you'd be making scouts and skirmishers, you would have a chance that you would die. But it's not just a stone and gold conversation for Bact. Like I've been saying, it's a wood issue now. He's stuck. Song Song knows that, and there's the Hussar upgrade. Wow, so this went from 0 to 100 really quick. What a great game this was. Bact did not have a bad game. Honestly, I think for Bact, maybe he just didn't transition his economy quite as well. Maybe he needed to mix in siege. Maybe a little bit of overconfidence, but I don't know if you could say that, because if anything, it was that greed is sometimes necessary with the Mongols so you can get to the Mangadai. I just think this was an all-around great game. It's not one where I'm really going to be picky on people's decisions. And I'm just going to sit back and stare at this game in awe, because it was a beautiful game. Song Song executed this perfectly, and it's sad for Bact that it will mean he doesn't advance on out of the group stage. But that is the case here. Also, devs, seriously, and people, I don't know if you use the forums. Could we ask for the thumping? Be nice about it. But if you watched Classic Age of Empires, there were thumps, man. The thump, the thump, the thump. I kind of hear a little bit. It's not a thump. It's like maybe it's like a small flame. It's like if someone lit a candle in the room. The noise of that candle. I don't know if you've ever heard a candle before. You have to get really close to it. Burned my ear once. Don't suggest it. Hussars clearing up what's left of the wood line. Backed refuses to quit. This is over for you, Backed. Song Song will be relegated. Backed will be back in Platinum for the next season, as he will fall into 4th place. And Kapach, the Argentinian, will go into the playoffs, and he'll be in 3rd. I know this is fantastic for the individual game, but this is also a fantastic end to this series. Honestly, I felt like it was a sure thing that Backed was going to win at least 2 games here. Like, yeah, not trying to come off against Song Song, but he was bottom of the group for a reason. Wasn't getting as many wins, especially Song Song against a Vietnamese player who's more accomplished than him, older than him, more of a veteran. I just didn't see him after losing the first game. You didn't see the first game? It did not look good. Didn't see him winning 2 straight games like that. Game 2, you could say, okay, maybe a bit of a Civ win situation. Game 3 was sick. Lovely, lovely stuff. What was the most created unit here? Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. 197 Tarkans. Let's go. Can someone link Kapwatch's stream real quick? I'm curious what he's saying.
20 mango por acá, toda la expectativa.
It's sunk in for him.
Bakti y está haciendo número, no sé si ya sabía el resultado de lo importante que era. Y sacamos.
¿Qué caso?
¡Qué caso! ¡Ganó Song! ¡Increíble! ¡Vamos, vamos! ¡Que quede tercero grande, Song! ¡Ya me hiciste el día! ¡Me hiciste el día! Puedo apagar el stream e irme a pasear, boludo. ¡Gracias, Song! ¡Vamos, Song!
¡Que lo parió!
¡Qué partido que jugó Song! No daba
sick.
los mangos por Song. Le
That's
ganó
sick.
Song. Yo le tenía fe.
¡Tremendo! ¡No, tremendo!
Well,
Siempre confieso, Song.
congratulations to Kapwatch for moving on out of the group. That's awesome. Some of the quotes people gave me there was like, Song made my day. This is more exciting than any match I've ever played in my life. Like, some of the quotes that people are giving me from that are incredible. Maybe we can, like, edit in the translation near the tail end there. That'd be awesome. I think there was a lot of swear words in there as well. So sorry to any children watching at home who understood that. Holy crap. Okay, so let's sum up this game. So 435 kills there for Song, 413 units lost. Crazy for the tournament, but crazy game overall, man. I cannot tell you how many games I have seen. Or sorry, I can count on one hand the amount of times I have seen an elite Tarkan switch finish off a player like that. It was the perfect play. It was the perfect play, and so many pros wouldn't do it. They would go for, like, Cavalier, they'd go, like, Skirms, Rams, and it might not work. That was the play there. That was fantastic. There's the overall KD. Actually, they collected the same amount of stone, so I guess all the stone on the map was gone. That's kind of funny to me. And, again, he created, 197 Tarkans that game? 197 Tarkans. What a switch. What a great job from Song, and what a game.